I'm guessing you probably recognize that song. I mean, it's one of the most iconic songs in Mario history. This is the game that inspired tons of different styles of Mario to come in the future. That's right, it's Super Mario Galaxy. I never did own this game as a kid. Well, I technically had it, but I never owned it. That's right, I guess you can call me a thief for stealing the game from my neighbors when I was a kid. Well, actually, I didn't steal it, I just never gave it back. And I may or may not have written Jackson in very large marker on the front of the game case. Anyway, I'm getting a bit off track. It was inevitable that I would talk about this game at some point, but honestly, how could I not? I mean, this game is in everyone's list of their top 5 favorite games, and if you never played Super Mario Galaxy as a kid, I'm sorry, but you really missed out on something special. This game is one of my favorite games of all time, second only to New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and here is why.
Somebody mentioned Super Mario Galaxy?
Oh, hey Rye. Did you come to talk about the game's menu UI or something?
What? Am I just the menu guy to you? Is that how everyone sees me? Because you're right.
Oh.
But for now, I'd like to talk about the game as a whole, if you don't mind.
Oh, okay. Go ahead then.
Cool. So in case you've been living under a rock that is a black hole positioned above it and have somehow never heard of this game, Mario Galaxy is one of the most revered Mario games, and by extension, video games, of all time. It's a very clear departure from the norm when it comes to Mario games, and that is very much reflected in its very unique atmosphere. It's not a coincidence that all the most popular Mario games are the ones that do so many different things than normal Mario titles. Standard Mario games are pretty tone-deaf, in that there's very little you have to think about, other than whatever walking turd is in front of you. Mario Galaxy and its fellow masterpieces all have a very distinct tonal identity. In the case of Mario Galaxy, it perfectly captures both the wonder and tranquility of space. It's abundantly clear how much of a difference this makes from the moment the game starts. Gateway Galaxy, the game's opening level, establishes this sense of awe perfectly. This is the game's first exposure to how the new gravity system works, a very important mechanic to communicate to the player, as it determines everything from the camera angles to the very way you move around. The planet you start on is purposefully small, but it gives you just enough to learn the mechanics with. For instance, a hole that goes through the planet to show you that you can't fall off, as well as some minor structures in order to add a sense of mystery. You are also tasked with chasing a bunny, which of course are native to space. All of these things are meant to evoke a sense of otherworldliness from the player, while all these soft flutes and pianos play in the background, prompting the player to take their first steps in this very foreign, alien land.
This game is definitely different than those that have come before and after it. There's so many little quirks with this game, and its mechanics that Rye and I quickly grew to love during our playthroughs. First off, I'd like to talk about Loop-de-Loop Galaxy, and why it is my favorite level in the entire game. So, you like Mario Kart? Well, how about Mario Kart, but with stingrays? And, if you fall off the edge, you get sucked into the permanent emptiness of a mini black hole. I know, it sounds a bit depressing, but don't lose all hope just yet. This level is one of the reasons why I love the game so much. The game has these little mini-games for some levels that I really think captures the joy of this game. For example, there is this level, I think it's called Rolling Star Galaxy, where you roll around this big hamster ball, try not to fall off the edge, and make your way to the star. Another example of a minigame is the Boo Race. You might get hungry as you sling your way through a bunch of meat and bones, but don't worry, because you're already zooming through this course as a racer Boo. Minigames like these are some of the parts of Super Mario Galaxy that I don't think get enough of praise or attention, if I'm being honest. Speaking of the music, Super Mario Galaxy has easily one of the best and most well-composed soundtracks of all time. Even if it doesn't fit your likings in terms of music, or favorite genre of music, you can't deny the pure beauty of its music and how elegant it sounds. The best part of this is how it varies in its soundtrack. I mean, 1 minute you're listening to the calm and slow-paced music of Gusty Garden Galaxy, and the next you're listening to the booming light mood trumpeting of Loop-de-Loop Galaxy.
All of this further contributes to the unique tone that the game wears on its sleeve. This tone can also be pretty somber at times even. There's tracks like Space Junk Galaxy, which punctuates the stage as floating debris traveling throughout the vacuum of space with its ethereal echo of a piano melody. Other pieces, such as the storybook theme, stands as the perfect mix between peaceful and melancholic. Oh yeah, since I'm the menu guy,
I never said that.
I should probably touch on that. The menus themselves are fairly simple, but it's the audio design that goes into them that I really like. It uses a combination of echoing chimes and whirring noises to communicate the space-like feel. Even the in-game sound effects is great to listen to. The launch star sound effects especially are very satisfying to listen to, thanks to both the noise that plays from the Wii Remote as Mario spins, and the harp strums that play once Mario launches into the air. These go even further to carve a unique tone for the game.
Now, while all these changes are pretty major when it comes to making the game different from other Mario games, what's something that we can compare between those games?
Mostly unnecessary motion controls?
No.
A story that's pretty much the same thing but done slightly differently?
No.
Memes?
The bosses, Rai. The bosses.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. We can directly compare those to other Mario titles.
The bosses in Mario Galaxy are definitely very iconic. From the hulking beast that is the Mega Legs, to the fun game of coconut tennis in King Caliente. There's a fun and engaging boss battle waiting around every corner. That said, all of these fights lead up to one thing, Bowser. An enemy that appears in nearly every Mario game. Of course, as with everything else, Mario Galaxy changes Bowser's fight up too, right?
You better believe it does!
Unlike most standard Mario games, you actually fight Bowser multiple times throughout the game. Each time you'll have to beat him up using established mechanics from Mario Galaxy. You need to be running around the arena, making Bowser ground pound into his own lava trap, and then use the spin attack to make him slide around the planet you're on.
During this time, you need to constantly be making sure you're watching where Bowser is going to be after he circles around the planet, in order for you to hit him there. All the while the fully orchestrated music pounds in the background, begging you to bring on your aim game.
This fight takes advantage of the mechanics that made Mario Galaxy special in a simple yet effective way. It changes what we expect from a boss fight, while still incorporating the attack patterns that Bowser would use in other games. Above everything else, Bowser's fight forces you to think differently about how you play a Mario game. It's this difference in gameplay that makes Mario Galaxy such a memorable, special experience. I really did enjoy playing this game as a kid, and I'm sure you enjoyed it as well.
I sure as hell did.
Well, I think I've said everything that I like about the game, at least in terms of what actually succeeded. A big thanks to you, Rai, for helping me make this video. I mean, you basically wrote half the script. I really did enjoy making this video, and I plan on doing more collabs like this in the future. I suggest that you all go subscribe to Rai's channel right now, since it is the end of the video. He has a collab that he uploaded on his channel, and that was really fun to make. Anyway, thank you for watching the video, and I hope you stick around in the future. Oh, and remember to subscribe. See ya! I never actually owned Mario Kart Wii. I know, it's crazy. I mean, how can you own a Wii and not own Mario Kart Wii? I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone with access to technology has either heard of or played a game of Mario Kart. Although, I did have a different racing game. The game I got for my birthday was this stupid knockoff version of Mario Kart called Madagascar Kart, and God was it terrible. Bad steering, bad graphics, the whole bundle. The only thing that even stuck with me was the penguins in the background. They were sitting in the crashed plane with something in their mouth, which, now when I look back at it, I'm very suspicious of what that might have been in their mouth. This game really ruined racing games for me as a kid. I was angry that I never had Mario Kart Wii, and the fact that I had this stupid knockoff game with a bunch of weed-smoking penguins definitely did not help the situation. I remember the game that saved my love for racing games. It was when I got my 3DS. It came with Mario Kart 7, and I remember playing courses like Maple Treeway for hours. Fast forward about 5 years, and I finally get my laptop. I remember the first thing I did on my laptop was download Dolphin Emulator. I bought the Wii game, but my Wii did not work, so I wanted a way to experience the game for my first time. I set up the emulator and downloaded the game. I booted it up and got into the menu. Now, I have no nostalgia for this game at all, so this is not for any nostalgic reason that I am praising the game. The game is genuinely amazing for so many reasons. I remember my first time playing Mario Kart Wii. The course that I played was Coconut Mall, which is why I'll be talking about some of the features of this course first. Now, Coconut Mall is easily the most popular / well-known course in all of Mario Kart. I remember revving up at the start, totally oblivious to the amazing details in the course. As it turns out, there are so many hidden secrets in this course alone, and it really shows how much Nintendo cared for this game. I didn't notice it until about the 6th time racing on this track, but everything in the mall is customized with Miis. Now, I know that was pretty obvious, but these weren't just Miis. They were your Miis. That's right, the very own Miis that you created on your Wii. Now, I'm 95% sure that everyone knew that their Miis were in the car section of the track, but did you know that they were also in the posters on the walls as well? It took me a while to notice that detail, but it shocked me once I figured it out. Now, of course, I would like to go gushing on about every single awesome detail I found in this course, but sadly, there isn't enough time for that. So instead, I will talk about the more broad details instead. The game itself had so many details and aspects that I loved so much, but for the time being, I would really like to focus on one of the obvious topics: shortcuts. Shortcuts are a necessity to give experienced players the upper hand, and in a fair way as well. The reason I say this is because it gives motive for new players to find the secret passageways hidden throughout the level. It can also be in obvious places, but meant for people of skill to use them. Okay, I can't believe I'm going back to this again, but an instance of this is in none other than the famous Coconut Mall. To access the shortcut in the shop, you must perform a perfect drift into it to maintain speed. Yeah, I'm gonna drink some water really quick. That's better. Okay, so what was I going on about? Oh yeah, the Coconut Mall. I would really like to talk about some of my other favorite parts of the game. Now, I understand how I probably sound like a broken record at this point.
Soundtrack, ooh.
Soundtrack, oh god, I love soundtrack.
I understand why you would think this. I mean, as someone who literally makes remixes based on Nintendo music, can you blame me? I mean, at some point, you just gotta expect it. And quite honestly, the game has an amazing soundtrack, so I would have wanted to talk about it regardless. Anyways, yes, the game has an amazing soundtrack. If I'm being honest, a lot of the points that I would make about the soundtracks relate a lot to my previous video about New Super Mario Bros., which if you haven't seen, I would highly recommend checking it out. I spent a lot of time on that, and I really like making it. Anyway, I feel like the music is really nostalgic to a lot of people, which is why they love it so much. But for me, it's different. What I enjoy about the music is how it layers on itself. For example, the menu. In the menu, the further you get into the selection, the more complex the music gets. Kind of like the whole character select music in New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Honestly, I love songs that build onto each other the further you get into the game. This is shown all throughout the game, like when you finally reach your 3rd lap in the course. The music will speed up to 125% to give the player a sense of anticipation or hurry or rush into their game. I think that layering it like this really adds to the immersiveness of the game itself. I think that a track that adds onto itself based on what is currently going on in the game is far more interesting than a soundtrack that just stays the same throughout the game. But I believe I talk a little bit too much about the soundtrack most of the time. So let's switch to something a bit more new. Something that I know Red really loves to talk about. I have to praise the menu UI in Mario Kart Wii. It's so simplistic that it just works. No, really, it does. One of my favorite parts of the menu is not how it is formatted, but actually one of the small details you probably don't think about too much. If you hover your Wii remote over the menu icon, it will show a blurred video of whatever mode you are choosing. I think this small detail is so cool because it gives a little example of what you're about to play. Another small detail I like about the menu, well, okay, not technically the menu. Another small detail I like about the startup, which is included in a bunch of different games, is the gameplay footage. What I mean by this is when you're on the startup screen, after about 30 seconds or so, it will show footages of the racetracks, and you can see them from different perspectives. Now, I understand that this is not a new feature to most games, but I'm really glad they added it regardless. It makes it more interesting if you're just being, AFK, whether you booted up and just went to sleep, or had to go to the bathroom, or any other situation. Sometimes I would actually just sit there and watch it because it's honestly more fun to just watch the races than actually play them, for me personally. The menu UI is simple. The menu UI is simple, with its rectangular format that is simplistic and user-friendly, and that is why it's such a great format for the game. The last feature of the game is something I really think made the game great, and that's online play. Online play made the game amazing. I just recently found out about NetPlay, which allows me to play with other users on the same emulator as me. I had no idea Mario Kart Wii even had an online mode, but I am so glad I found out. Including an online mode in a racing game is something I really feel like should be a necessity for all racing games. So I am very happy that they included it for Mario Kart Wii. The online play somehow manages to still be better than the Switch, and we're paying for that shit. So my last point to make in my video will be summed up shortly into this.
What the hell, Nintendo?
You managed to somehow screw up your online so badly that a game you made in 2008 still has better online play than your latest console. And I don't have to pay $25 to $30 to use it. Get your priorities straight. Well, anyway, I really don't have much else to talk about. I really think I summed it up as well as possible. So, sorry if my scripting is a bit bad. I am literally writing this at 11:12 p.m. and I'm really tired. I would like to aim my channel more towards videos like this in the future because it really helps me exercise my writing skills and allows me to express my creativity. And if I'm being quite honest, it's just more fun to make. Well, that's really it. I hope you enjoyed. This video is really fun to make. I haven't edited it yet, obviously, but future me, just put up on the screen whether you liked editing or not. I'm 90% sure it was yes. So, anyway, this is gonna be a different type of video than what you're probably used to seeing, mainly because I'm gonna be doing this all in one take, while playing Minecraft at the same time. I'm gonna try to avoid talking about the already popular points in this video because, frankly, it's gotten boring at this point. I mean, everyone's talking about the soundtrack of the game when, in my opinion, it's just kind of like a mess soundtrack. Like, it's okay, don't get me wrong, but it's like way overhyped. Honestly, I feel like Breath of the Wild has a better soundtrack than this game, and they're both on the same tier of, you know, calm, not many notes, just really calm music. So, to get into our first point, I'd like to talk about the accessibility of the game, which is why it had a massive resurgence in 2019. Well, it's more the second biggest reason. I feel like nostalgia is definitely the biggest reason, and the fact that pretty much everybody wanted Fortnite to be overthrown. I mean, I'm right, am I? Like, Fortnite was just, it was like the cringe game. I mean, it still is, but like, it was the really cringe game back in 2019. Anyway, I'm getting off track. I know you're confused at what I mean when I say accessibility, so I'll make it more clear for you. I'm talking about mods, data packs, essentially that kind of stuff. The reason I like this game so much is because it allows user changes to be made. It creates a new challenge for the player to beat, and it makes the game so much more than just a blocky survival game where you travel to hell in order to travel to the definition of nowhere to beat a glorified Slenderman army with a dragon as its leader. Most people besides MatPat really don't care about the lore of the game. They just want to play the game, so when you add challenges and mods to Minecraft, it really makes the game more user engaging, and in some cases more user friendly, if that's even possible. An example of a great use of accessibility in Minecraft is Optifine, because holy shit, it is amazing. It gives cinematic effects, changes the design of the glass so there isn't hard edges, and allows you to zoom in. Now, you probably think that these are small, insignificant changes, but oh boy are you wrong. These help tremendously in a certain topic that I will now get into talking about, PvP. Now, Minecraft PvP is generally a pretty controversial topic. There's a bunch of people that prefer pre 1.9 PvP and a bunch of people that also prefer post 1.9 combat and PvP. This really changed the game a whole lot because it got rid of the spamming functions for combat. I mean, you can spam, but it does significantly less damage than just using a jump hit or whatever the term is. I'm not that great with terminology. PvP is really not something that you would think about when you think of Minecraft. Frankly, it's quite the opposite. You probably think of how passive the game is. The PvP in this game is optimized in many different ways, but mainly in its combination of different attacks. For example, you can dual wield weapons. Now, this is kind of useless because of the delay, but it's a cool feature to add in the game regardless. One of my favorite combos in the game, well, not combos, but more combinations, is the Elytra and Diamond Sword with knockback. That stuff is so fun to mess around with, if I'm being honest. The kinds of stuff you can pull off is just so much fun. There are other combinations of PvP incorporated into the game as well. Not many people think about how you can use bows on horses to make your quick shots and then speed off without any hits on you, and the same thing applies with boats as well. The best part about PvP is the customization that comes in the enchantments. You can create the perfect weapon just for you, with practically no limitations, and you can also combo with potions to create an insane superhuman warrior. The last part I like to talk about comes a bit in hand with PvP, and that is the multiplayer in Minecraft. Servers. Servers in Minecraft have been a staple of the multiplayer world. You have major servers like Hypixel that hire hundreds of people to manage the server in the best ways possible, and it really shows how much these servers matter to the game. It, on average, hosts about 60,000-ish players, which is just crazy to think about. I mean, this is Minecraft after all. Most people play, I don't know, solo or they play challenges, so the fact that you get 60,000 people on one server is just crazy. Hypixel is the best example of what multiplayer did right, which is why I'll be talking about it while playing my favorite mode in the server, which is Bed Wars. Unless I lose, of course, and I'm just gonna play Skyblock. Multiplayer Minecraft allowed so much creative freedom to the player, and allowed the player to show their creativity through servers, and, well, general people to show their creativity through servers. You could create your own games, your own stories, play with your friends. The possibilities are practically endless for the games you want to play. There's a server for everything. You want military games? There's a server for that. You want Super Smash Bros? There's a server for that. You want a dating simulator? Sadly, there is a server for that. Ugh. Multiplayer games really profoundly changed the game itself. I can almost guarantee that Minecraft would not have the same audience it now has if all of these features weren't in the game. Most people grew up with these things already in the game, but they only grew to appreciate the simple parts about the game, not the parts that required the most effort. Now, I hope I touched on all the topics that really matter, because I really try my best to not repeat any overused topics and stuff like that. The game holds a special place for almost everyone that grew up playing it, and I really hope my video helped create some insight on how I enjoyed the game. Thank you all for the recent attention on my channel, by the way. I mean, we're nearing what is it now, 250 subs? Which, I mean, that's crazy to think about. As you probably know, my goal is to reach 1,000 subs by the end of the year, and with these weekly uploads and the amount of people subscribing to my channel as of recently, I really do think I might be able to hit it, which is just, I can't even put into words how awesome that is. Thank you all for helping my channel grow so much. I mean, thank you. I'll catch you in the next video. See ya. I remember the first time I played in a DS. It was Christmas in the early 2010s, and I somehow didn't know what a DS was. I remember asking for a trampoline, which I ended up getting. I was so happy, but then it came time for my brother to open his presents. The first few were small gifts, but the last one caught all our attention. The box was small, but it had this very appealing look to it. I remember him opening the box and screaming with joy. I was totally confused as to why he was so happy. Then I saw him take it out of the box. He instantly started playing on it, checking out all the new features and cool stuff on it. I was really jealous. The only game that he had in it was this odd game called New Super Mario Bros. I hadn't heard of it before, but it was instantly intriguing to me. I remember stealing the DS and pulling an all-nighter to play the game. I remember how happy I was that past year. It's actually how I picked up speedrunning a few games like that. Today though, it is still one of my favorite games to date. Now, I can already read your mind. You're probably thinking, well, it's just a rip on the old games in order
For Nintendo to feed off your nostalgia.
And quite frankly, yes, this is one of the reasons. One of many. The game has many unique features to it, which is why I want to talk about why this series, in my eyes, has succeeded, and why it is still my favorite video game series to date. To understand why the game succeeded in the first place, we have to go back to its origin. New Super Mario Bros. First came out in May of 2006, available on Nintendo DS and DSi. However, this wasn't just any old Mario game. For the past 10 years, Nintendo had been cranking out a bunch of 3D Mario games, like Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario 64, and many more. But the executives at Nintendo wanted to go back to their roots, 2D platformers. This is a risky decision because it might not go well with the fans who are used to the new 3D style of Mario. One way they made the game succeed was the use of the variety of power-ups. Some of the power-ups that were introduced into the game were the Giant Mushroom, Turtle Power-Up, and Mini Mushroom. Now, of course, there are more, but I'm not going to go and list them all. These power-ups added so many new features to the game. The Giant Mushroom allowed the player to smash through the entire course with ease. The Turtle Power-Up allowed the player to slide through one-block areas with ease. The Mini Mushroom allowed the player to jump extra height with slow fall and made previously unreachable places accessible. For example, if you beat the World 2 boss with the Mini Mushroom, you gain access to the previously locked World 4. But I don't want to focus all my attention into the gameplay, because that isn't nearly as good as the soundtrack. New Super Mario Bros. Has one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard, with such simplistic yet complex tracks that really immerse you into the game. In some of the mini-games, like Versus Mode, the soundtrack really helps you get into that fun competitive mood. I feel like to me personally, the soundtrack was one of the key features of the game that really made me love it. Kind of like how Minecraft uses its soundtrack to capture past memories and nostalgia, New Super Mario Bros. Does the exact same thing. But this isn't the only game in the series that succeeds in its gameplay and soundtrack. New Super Mario Bros. Wii was one of the best Mario games I've ever played. It introduced cooperative play into the game, allowing you to play with your friends. You could pick from 4 characters, Mario, Luigi, Yellow Toad, and Blue Toad. It had the same amount of worlds, that being 8, but I feel like New Super Mario Bros. Wii was the best game in the series for a number of reasons that I will get into. Well, for starters, the soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks that Nintendo has ever made. In fact, I still love it so much, the first remix I ever made was the overworld theme from this game. Some examples of how they utilize the soundtrack in such an amazing way is shown in 1-3. In 1-3, you get your first access to Yoshi. The theme stays normal until you board Yoshi. It is very subtle, so you might not have noticed it at first. The theme adds bongos to the background. It's kind of like Yoshi's own theme. Whenever you board him, you'll hear the bongos. There are other details like this, but I want to talk about some of the aspects of the game first. One of my favorite parts of the game is the use of secrets. Now, I could be wrong, but I believe that New Super Mario Bros. Wii was the first game in the series to use hidden walls to hide secrets, like hidden doors, star coins, secret pipes, etc. This is a great way to incorporate secrets because you can hide them in plain sight. An instance of this is when you are in the ghost house in World 5. The lights are dimmed, so there isn't much you can see. If you continue down to the end of the area and head down below, there's a secret wall that you can actually walk through to gain access to the cannon to World 8. This makes speedrunning the game much easier, and incorporating secrets like this is one of the coolest features the game has to offer. Now, my final point about the game is a short one, so I'll get right down to it.
Star World.
I don't think I can literally express the amount of love I have for this edition. It finally makes another use for star coins and gives motive to 100% the game. I really think that they succeeded in making this secret world worth it, because it really is its own unique world. It's exactly 8 levels long, and rather than beating the first level and heading to the second one, you're required to get all the star coins in the next world to continue on. Now, I really wish that they had kept this feature in from New Super Mario Bros. Wii for the DS, where in order to unlock mushroom houses, you have to pay a certain amount of star coins, but I can see why they might have gotten rid of this. I feel like this would be very annoying to young or new players because some people just aren't skilled enough to get those star coins that are in tough spots. Now that I've touched upon the best of this game, it's time we put the newer game in the spotlight. The last 2 games in the series I won't really touch that much on individually. The games are basically identical, the Wii U version just being slightly modified in the Switch version. So I'll be talking about the Wii U version, as that is the only version I have actually played. And besides, I ain't planning on spending another $60 during a global pandemic for a game that is just a glorified DLC. To finish off the video, here's what I love about New Super Mario Bros. U. New Super Mario Bros. U brings a lot to the table. I would say that although the soundtrack isn't the best that I've heard, I wouldn't say that is any way a bad soundtrack. I mean, just because another game in the series has a soundtrack that rivals the likes of Super Mario Galaxy, doesn't mean that you bring the other soundtrack any lower. I do in fact love the soundtrack a lot. It really brings a new and welcome take on the old soundtrack from the Wii. It could be from nostalgic reasons that I don't prefer the soundtrack more, but I try not to be picky with nostalgia, since that can get general confusion towards whether a take is biased or not. Personally, something that I really think this game explores a lot on is its map making and scenery. I remember playing this game with my friends before heading off to a school dance, and I couldn't get over how amazing it was. They really seemed to perfect any flaws in the co-op. I remember unlocking that secret water level in World 1 and was stunned by how gorgeous the map looked. You can really tell how well the structure of the game is, although there are a few flaws in the level making. I really enjoy the different aspects of the level as well, like some of the effects that they use in the game. And if I'm being honest, I still can't get over how cute Baby Yoshi is. Oh my god, it's so cute. So in conclusion,
Subscribe.
Return, an act of coming or going back to a place or activity, especially after a break. The second return is always grander than the first. The third one is always greater than the second. But the fourth is nothing new. feels like the night in black. I'm spitting bars so hard you have a heart attack. Just like the US government getting hacked. I haven't released a record for about a year. Many stuff has happened and even a few tears. Cheers to the new years, forgetting all of our fears. And I'm constantly miscrewing it, I constantly am losing it, I constantly am fusing it, bruising it, I am ruining it, I am redoing it, redoing the way I'm viewing it, all these people in the cabinet, including it. There was a time I thought I was the most important person, but then I realized my life really wasn't worth it, because the only truth is that no one is perfect, living the best life Louis Vuitton has been purchased. If you knew you were gonna die tomorrow, would you live to the fullest or would you live in sorrow? People push me down on the ground, but I will go and make something like gravy turn. Whoa, yeah, gravy turn. Yeah, oh, gravy turn. My last album was about my entire life, and this album will also be about some of my life and my relationships with courtship, grip line, zip line, having a great mind. Time you can never take mine, and even if you could, you could never compare. I'm a gorgeous here, here I am there. I am so full of myself as I say my bio on the top shelf. You want controls, work just like Tina's elves. Never gonna do just know the way to word it. I sound like a jerk, but you may have misheard it. I should get the fame, and I know I just deserve it. I'm not a jerk, but I just love myself, man. If you knew you were gonna die tomorrow, would you live to the fullest or would you live in sorrow? People push me down on the ground, but I will go and make some my gravy turn. Oh, yeah, gravy turn. Oh, yeah, gravy turn. No point in saying this is it when your soul has just been torn to bits. Feels made fun of, pushed around and being abandoned places like it goes down. rise. Soon go out and meet their demise. But there's no point in pushing someone who has their shield stand. And my heart was once lost, but now it is found. After really being hurt. You try cheating, don't want to cry too. But lives is a joke and brought back memories of enemies with some hurting tendencies. I've been damaging, but I'm the one who needs to be managed. I was vanishing for centuries when a lot of felt like an idiot, but you really wasn't getting it. I hurt you, sure, but now you hurt me. Now you hurt me, I feel like I'm unworthy. I'm not like the people, so please don't worry. You can't be leaving me this early. But there is no point in pushing someone who has their shields down. And my heart was once lost, but now it is found. After really being hurt. Let me tell you a story about a man screwed up in his own territory. Has a grip in depression, so book a therapy session. He has 2 kids and a wife. It's a gift to have them in his life. Trying to find the price of life and what to offer. It's getting to the point where he can't take no more. His wife says royalties not on the floor. He says I don't wanna do it no more. So life moves on, that's the purpose of the song. This is a true story, everybody put your hands up. Put your hands up, it's in the chorus. You can kill the stab wound, but you can't cover on to one. Cause once they're gonna shot, and you're not coming back, no you're not. Yeah, you can kill the stab wound, but you can't kill the long moon. Once they're gonna shot, and you're not coming back, no you're not. He goes to his parents' house, gets his daddy's gun. What are you doing, son? Stealing daddy's gun. Stealing daddy's gun. It really ain't a fun, stealing your daddy's gun. He goes out into the backyard and then pops. The wife comes out running, saying, I thought I liked that I'm needing you. And they told him that he's a freedom from you, too. I'll put my finger in the head, maybe you're the killer leader. I'm needing you. The ambulance rolls up to the scene. Not trying to be me, but pronouncing him dead on the scene. I cannot be true. How could he do this? You're taking him away, give me one last kiss. Think of all the people he left behind, his dad, Chris. They're really gonna mess. There has to be some way to bring him back. We can put him on life support, no. All there be is a vegetable, and that's a fact. I hope and look for this lesson. Forget my blessings. You can kiss that boom, but you can't get on people because once they get a shot, and you're not coming back, and you're not. You can kill the stab wound, but you can't kill the long wound. Once they're gonna shot, and you're not coming back, nah. There was one more part of the story. 4-year-old John, and there's no mountain boy, and looks up the window, he sees it, and hides his face in a pillow. And A couple weeks later, they see a therapist to say this is I am studying lyricalist to go out to make sure everything is okay. This is John definitely saw something that day. He was outgoing, but now he's real quiet and not saying much. Even in my town, I straight diet starts again, wetting the bed. He can't get the image out of his head. Father, he screwed the family's life, but the wife has to hang the knife up. He didn't really realize how many people he hurt. The wife permanently has to take off work. Don't ever take a life for granted, man. Just do the damage and just how to handle it. Thinking for your condolences, I'm glad it. But once the sun is something with a radical disaster. You can kill the stab wound, but you can't kill the lucky wound. Because once a gun is shot, it's shot, it's shot. And you're not coming back. No, you're not. Yeah, you can kill the stab wound, but you can't kill the lucky wound. Once a gun is shot, it's shot, it's shot. And you're not coming back. No, you're not. You can kill the stab wound, but you can't kill the lucky wound. Once a gun is shot, it's shot, it's shot. And you're not coming back. No, you're not. Yeah, you can stab wound, but you can't kill the lucky wound. Once a gun is shot, it's shot, it's shot. And you're not coming back. No, you're not. I've known this girl all of my childhood. I never thought it would end up like this. Being my therapist. After years of getting to know you, there's something I haven't shown you. My love for you. I think I've fallen for you. I think I like you a lot. You hit my heart special spot. I have known you for all of my childhood. All of my childhood. I have known this girl for all of my childhood. All of my childhood. I'm about to confess my love for you. I hope you can see this through. Here it goes, I like you a lot. And oh, you have a crush on me too? Whoa, I know me being cute is nothing new, but I didn't think it ever happened this soon. Introducing you to all of my best friends. Whether you like them or not, they're really different. You promise you'll stick with me in this relationship. Never ends as long as we can always make up all of the amends. We will always be hanging out on the weekends. And I never thought I could ever have a girlfriend. To keep you, I had to clean my act up. Stop being famous and ignore Amos. My mind was under attack. But you saved my life and now I have my sanity back. I've known this girl for all of my childhood. All of my childhood. I have known you for all of my childhood. All of my childhood. I've known you for all of my childhood, all of my childhood. I have known you for all of my childhood, all of my childhood. I am a one, I am the leading, no one behind me, no one in front of me. I feel so lonely, I put myself up there, only to get no recognition. Hey, Hey, why don't we rejoice, joyce, with the sound of my voice, make some friends. It's only a matter of time before this journey ends. I know they say life is short, so make the best of it. I say now I'm in, hold up, I got the rest of it. I never did get to get the federation if we have the marvelous the rest of my room and crying song. I feel like I'm just depressed to all of my friends, but they even care about me when my journey ends. But whatever friend is someone who cares about you, but someone who doesn't, and always doubt you. My friends won't let me inside of the group, so I say do nothing to even miss a loop. My friends don't want me, don't try to put me wrong. I'm singing and writing this hit song. Leave no one behind me, no one in front of me. I feel so lonely, I put myself out there only to get no recognition. Why don't we rejoice with the sound of my voice make some friends. It's only a matter of time before this journey ends. Mama says you'll get some friends. I say nah, ma, because you know what sense of a message that I am very desperate to get it to the top and press it. I keep catching all the checks, although I really messing up. I don't want to end up like the kid who screwed up. All my friends probably want me to leave my school, and according to them, I am so uncool. They're saying, yo, don't be hushing yourself. Shut up, him/herself. Please, listen to me, please. I need to keep this sound, please. I'm kneeling on my knees. I am alone, leaving no one behind me, no one in front of me. I feel so lonely, I put myself out there only to get no recognition. Why don't we rejoice with the sound of my voice make some friends. It's only a matter of time before this journey ends. One day I'm at school and I'm find someone please but this isn't really where it's at. Because that's the person who kicks out on the floor. I fall on my knees and then I get sore. I catch up to it and stare to where I am. Then the guy kicks me like I'm a rat. And then the guy misses me again. Then the guy kicks me again. So those are my so-called friends. Then I turn around, lost my lunch back, kabam. Just like that I'm in a traffic jam. Yeah, excuse my French, but I don't like the damn stuff. I'm alone, leave no one behind me, no one in front of me. I feel so lonely, I put myself out there only to get no recognition. Why don't we rejoice with the sound of my voice make some friends. It's only a matter of time before this journey ends. I need someone, please. I know that I'm begging on my knees. Just a caring friend who will take me to my end. Someone please. I know that I'm begging my knees, just a caring friend who will take me to my end. I need someone, please. Oh, I need someone, needs someone. Oh. Romance. A feeling of excitement and mystery associated with love. Romance is the greatest feeling and worst mistake. In the moment, it's glorious, but the aftershock will tear you to pieces. Hello and welcome to the show tonight. Thank you for giving me your money. Thank you for attending to the show. Now, it is my great pleasure to introduce the host of this show, Medley. He's right there. Thank you. Build me up, buttercup, baby, just to let me down and ask me around. And what's the goal? You never call me when you say you will, but I love you still. I need you more than ever, darling. You knew that I had from the start. So build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart. What's that? Sing it, homie, if you know the words. Why do you build me up, buttercup, baby, just to let me down and mess around? What's the goal? You never told me when you say you will, but I love you still. I need you more than anyone, darling. You knew that I had from the start. So build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart, don't break my heart. How's everybody doing tonight? I know I did something like this. Last year with my debut album, Story. And it went pretty well, I'd say, except for the fact that, oh my god, the audio was so terrible you could barely hear what it's saying. So hopefully this one is much better, and also there's not as much delay, and also it is so hot in here, you have no idea. It's like 90 degrees in here, and I'm wearing jeans, and I don't have the fan on. Not because I don't want to, but because I can't. Because the outfit choice, it's the stylistic choice, and that'll mess up my audio. The spilling stuff. Check this out. Whoa, I teleported. Isn't that great? to last. Innocence is here to stay. Innocence is here today. Innocence, what can I say? I remember the day I first met you. I thought I loved you, thought it was special, but you go. Now I know you now life's great, it was beautiful. I wanted to keep going, I wanted to restore. I'm getting ahead of myself. We aren't a part of the album yet, but for now, I see. When you walked into the room, I knew that you were the one. Eyes shine brightly, outshining the morning sun. But the best has just begun. It's trying to have some fun. I thought we could be together forever. They were still my bed, it just felt so nice. The common voice out of my head, and it just brought me like ice. I'm so glad that I found you. Makes me you are not taking it. This melody is so beautiful. I don't even need words to get you through the chorus. You are the most beautiful person I have ever seen. Maybe it's until I turn the tables and started being me. I stay awake at night thinking about you all the time. You're on 24/7. Being in your arms felt like heaven. I don't care what my friends say about dating you. I don't care what they say about hating you. The special part is just between us. This relationship feels wondrous. As time went on, we got to know each other. Quarantine got me mean. Getting my vibe and me being the best guy. But it makes me think, oh why? After ending, I only cry. I guess I'm stronger than I thought. I guess I fought my mind longer than I thought. Trust me, this was a good experience. Sadly, it's nearing its end. Even my bond keeping, not keeping done. Thank you, buddy. He's going to a hard time. Or whatever. Anything at all. Going through any rough time in their life. It will get better. Trust me. I know we're in a weird time right now in the world, as a whole, in general. But I do believe that it will get better. Excuse me, it's raining outside, so I might be looking back a few times. Why doesn't it hurt this time more than it did before? 'Cause you don't own me, or at least you don't show me. It feels like I'm in hell. Feels like I've fallen down the deepest well. I can't get out again. I think I'll stay here again. Sometimes I feel like dying. Sometimes I feel like flying. Sometimes I feel like flying away. 'Cause I have lost the only thing that helped me go when I am sad. And it makes me so mad. 'Cause I'm the reason why it's gone now. Like I'm the worst storm of my life. Tell me now, I'm in the worst storm of my life. I know this song sounds happy because of the sudden change of mood. Newsflash, it's not, but that's okay. I just fake the smile anyway. That's how I enter the day. I don't even know how to try. I don't even know how to find these days. I don't know how to feel this feeling sometimes. Hey, you cannot relate. Don't pretend you can. You're just a man who doesn't know now. Feels like I'm in the worst of my life now. Worst of my life. That is why I try to get every time I can depend on you. Where you can see me and you can see through the other way. But oh dear, oh my, it's like this. Why do I have to fall? Why can't I just stand tall? Why do I have to fall? Why do I have to fall? Why can't I just stand tall? Why do I have to fall? When I first met you, I thought it was destiny. But I guess I didn't realize you would care for the rest of me. But my downfall. Why don't you hear my call? And this is the wall of my entire mind. But don't worry, I'm doing just fine. You know when I say I'm fine, I can really just lie. My attachments give you too much flour. Won't even accept your flower. Off the tower. I don't fear death, I just fear attachment. Once I'm attached to something, I fear I will lose it. That's why I try to never use it. One day I'll be gone, and so will you. So please cherish these moments. What else is there to do? And please, please don't take my mind. Until then I think I'll be doing just fine. But you led me to my downfall. Why don't you hear my call? And this is the fall of my entire mind. Why do I have to fall? Why can't I just stand tall? Why do I have to fall? Why can't I just stand tall? Why do I have to fall? Why do I have to fall? Why can't I just stand tall? Why do I have to fall? Why do I have to fall? Why can't I just stand tall? Why do I have to fall? Why do I have to fall? Why can't I just stand tall?
Rejection. The dismissing of a person's ideas or proposal. One of the most painful things is knowing you like someone more than they like you, and it will always be that way.
little, I ask myself, is life real? Sometimes I wish that I could just go back to a time where everything was great. When we played games and didn't call each other things, man, those were the days. Wish I could go back. It was alright there when the fight so leaves tonight. It's not a break, I wanna find a flight. I don't know what to do this in my sight. Just wait until the day turns into night to make your strike. Sometimes I wish we could really turn back time to when the sun was bright and we didn't seem to mind. Now all that's left is staying on the ground. A purpose in life is the only thing I can't seem to find. You know what I need? A time machine to go back and relive great moments. When I wondered what makes thunder, is it really angels bowling? What makes leaves blowing? I was never knowing. All of these seem mysteries to me. I shouldn't dwell on the past. It went by so fast. I didn't say tricks, we're still waiting on the night. Sometimes I wish we could really turn back time to when the sun was bright and we didn't seem to mind. Now all that's left is staying on the grind. A purpose in life is the only thing I can't seem to find. Who knows when I'll get out of this state? Oh, I want to go back to better days when I got all the Christmas presents. Let's just move forward, hitting the cupboard. Now let's end this. Sometimes I wish we could really turn back time to when the sun was bright and we didn't seem to mind. Now all that's left is staying on the grind. A purpose in life is the only thing I can't seem to find. All right, 3, 2, 1, and go! So, how about we do some covers here? How does that sound? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cough. No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a medley of covers. Let me play it now. So when I had you to myself, I didn't want you around. Those pretty faces always made me stand up in a crowd. Well, someone picked from the bunch, one glance was all it took. Now it's much too late for me to take a second look. Oh, baby, give me one more chance
To show you that I love you.
Won't you please let me
Back in your heart.
Oh, darling, I'm glad to let you go.
Let you go, baby.
Now I see is you. I want you back. Yes, I do now.
I want you back.
Oh, baby.
I want you back.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I want you back.
Na, 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 na. Stay watching us. Stay watching us. Stay watching us. Everybody in the club, all eyes on us. All eyes on us. All eyes on. I wanna scream and shout and let it all out. And scream and shout and let it out. We saying oh we oh we oh we oh. Oh we oh we oh we oh. I wanna
Scream and shout and let it all out. And scream and shout and let it out. We say oh we oh we oh we oh.
You are now rocking with Alec McDowell and nobody. Oh yeah. Bring the action. Please, yo, just remember that you talking to me, though. You need to watch the way you talking to me, yo. I mean, after all the things that we've been through. I mean, after all the things we didn't do. Hey, yo, I know of some things that you ain't told me. Hey, yo, I did some things that told me. And now you wanna get me back and you gon' show me. So you walk around like you don't know me. You got a new friend, well, I got homies. But the man is still so lonely in the night. You cold, show me so somewhere far from that road he lost his soul to a woman so heartless. Yeah, yeah, how could you be so heartless? Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and Missy be put me down. I'm the hottest round. Tiger people up. Y'all can stand me now. Listen to me now. I'm less than 20 pounds. And if you want to go, biggie bounce. If you want me now, that biggie bounce. I know you think the way you switch my style. Hello. And we get around, now people jumping about like go get your freak on, 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 let's go get your freak on, like 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 go get your and get your freak on, and get your and get your freak on. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting so laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. A man treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking. Or you might and your homies might be laying in chalk. I really hate the chips, but I gotta vote. As they say, I go and see myself with the pistol smoke. Boom, I'm kind of people like homies wanna be like enemies in the night, saying prayers in the street lights. They spending most their life living in a gangster paradise. They spending most their life living in a gangster paradise. They're spending most their life living in a gangster paradise. Keep spending most their lives living in a gangster paradise.
As I'm getting older, y'all, people get colder. Most of us only care about money making. Selfishness got us following the wrong direction. Wrong information always shown by the media. The negative images is the main criteria. Infecting young minds faster than bacteria. Kids wanna act like what they see in the cinema. Yo, whatever happened to the values of humanity? Whatever happened to the fairness and equality? Instead of spreading love, we're spreading animosity. Lack of understanding leading us away from unity. That's the reason why sometimes I'm feeling under. It's no reason why sometimes I'm feeling down. It's no wonder why sometimes I'm feeling under. Gotta keep my faith alive till the love is found. And ask yourself, my dying children hurting, hear them crying. Can you practice what you preach, or would you turn the other cheek? Father, 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 help us send some guidance from above. People got me questioning, where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? The love, the love. Go through my covers. Broke my heart in two, and from that in half. And now I'm not sure how to feel. Whoa. You make me feel guilty. I swear it wasn't my fault in the first place. Well, you'll never be scared if you're not prepared. You will never be happy if you are sad. You can never be healed if you are bruised. You will never be realistic if you are just fake. You will never be vulnerable if you take the bait. You'll never know unless you are used. Whoa, 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 whoa. Someone eliminate me. Whoa. Someone eliminate me. Why? Oh, you can hear the sorrow in my voice. It's pushing up on me, yes. Can I please be eliminated? I need something to eliminate this pain. I'm done. Sorry, we gotta end the game. Well, you'll never be scared if you're not prepared. You'll never be happy if you aren't sad. You can never be healed if you aren't bruised. You will never be realistic if you aren't fake. You will never be gullible if you take the bait. You'll never know unless you are used. Whoa, 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 someone eliminate me. Whoa, 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 someone eliminate me. Because it's not something I shouldn't see doesn't give you the right to believe me. Just because it is something I shouldn't do doesn't mean I don't still love you. In our relationship, because it was puppy love. Leave my master to get a better look at the time. Taking me in front of every day, we always gotta do my best. The other thing I'm done, it was running too hard. Now you push me off like a bug, sleeping me under the rug. After giving you a little try to call me a thug. I am no one, I am the zero. I'm indeed a hero. You say I control him, but I'm constantly controlling, and I can't even keep holding it alive. And I'm hoping and I keep going down and I'm having all together, keep on going. Cause I can't only you're going down a pipe like a hip out of me. And this is really got me just getting out of the street of conscious. And I'm saying my genres, my emotions and bottoms. And I make all of these remarks as an anonymous application. If you would never be realistic if you're a mistake, you will never be gonna take a break. You'll never know unless you are yours. Whoa, 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 whoa. Me. Whoa, whoa, shout out to COVID-19 who made this song possible. Thanks. I guess. Sitting alone in my room, gotta make this quick, have a meeting on Zoom. Will we be let out soon? I can only just assume. Staying inside, watching the flowers bloom. Staying inside, looking up at the full moon. It's boring life, living in my bedroom. I need to go out and wear a half-neck casket. This is not the greatest, this is not the best. I'm trying to please give it a rest. All this chaos is giving people stress. We need the smart ones to get us out of this mess. People are getting fired as soon as they get tired. People are getting hired as soon as they get inspired. People are filing for unemployment. That is certainly an annoyment. We always get out every time. Running through the finish line. Everywhere I look is the same sign. Sorry, we are closed. But we are in this together. No matter the weather. Better times lie ahead, but for now we're closed. I'm just rapping for the fun of it, but I'm really having none of it. But I gotta say thank you to the healthcare workers. Oh yeah, thank you to the doctors. You guys have been actor while I'm bored, nothing to do. All the news on the planet is in burning. My earnings is nothing I can do but get my earnings while I'm sitting here doing remote learning. I was a man for hours in my bands in the world talking about the gameplay. More effective from America to Japan. Can we just cooperate? Stay inside and save some lives. Look through CIA archives. We can't do it no more high fives. You really wanna dance with the weakling while I'm sitting down here talking, speaking. Everybody in the room looks so meek, and I'm looking for a friend and I'm doing some seeking. We always get out every time. Running through the finish line. Everywhere I look is the same sign. Sorry, we are closed. But we are in this together. No matter the weather, better times lie ahead. But for now we're close.
Reassurance. The action of removing someone's doubts or fears. Mother, why is our future so cloudy? A little kid asks. To which she will reply, in time, it will all be okay. It will all go away.
when God sent his disciples, he told them to do the work, and he told them to do it well. We are the chosen disciples who must do our work and do it well.
They will come again. They will make sure you are dead. Those spirits get inside your head is pure bad. They will come for all you know. They will go and get your throat. They will go and let you know it's pure bad. You know what's really stereotypical? When people who don't know try to refer to being biblical and them being a savior, a lord. Well, let me show you some people who are absorbed. Absorbed in what? Absorbed in their own fashion. Without being ethical, they decide to take action. They don't know only a little bit of a fraction about who's boss. They will come again. They will make sure you are dead. Those spirits get inside your head is pure bad. Will come for all you know. They will come and get your throat. They will come and let you know it's pure bad. Oh, you're looking at this something to return to. But that's not what the Judah tried to take hold of you. And hope that you fall into the trap that is a map of the good. Stay safe on the hood. If you say no, you can't go, cause there's more crime there. Easier to scare and be on repair. Just like your reputation will be in a few months. If you join and try to quit, well, what are you, a dipshit? They'll be following you around for the rest of your life. They will commit many crimes. You will be very prone. They will invade your home. They will never let you leave, even if you say please. They'll kill you with ease. It will be such a breeze. They won't stop until they take your whole family. Not this way they do. They don't care if you haven't cares, but they'll become a prayer. It will come again. They will make sure you are dead. Those spirits get inside your head. It's pure bad. They will come for all you know. They will go and get your throat. They will go and let you know it's pure bad. I just want to way out. I just want to way out. I just want to way out. Oh, I just want to way out. Oh, I want to way out. I want to way out. Oh. Will come till all you know. They will go and kick your throat. They will go and kill your friends, and you don't want to be associated with them. They will make you want to be good, and that is why I am singing this song. I hope they don't come after me. Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh. They will come again. They will make sure you are dead. Those spirits get inside your head is pure bad. They will come for all you know. They will go and get your throat. They will go and let you know it's pure bad. Oh, darling. Gotta tell you what now. Now that you know one death of my family, it's time to talk about another one. This won't be ripping. Sit back and I'll tell you all. I'm not finding him, not that tall. The reason why you're hearing a piano is because it's God, yeah. This is the sadness, which rhymes with madness, because of my life is madness. This is the second death of them all. This one I found it about the hall. Wait till you hear about it. Man, I found so many deaths that kind of gets me very upset. But wait a minute, don't you fret, there will be more A.M Yet. Yeah, there will be more A.M Yet. Yeah. Woo. There will be more A.M Yet. Honestly, let's get it back. Sorry that about that, I'm a dead cat. This love when we don't know, guess who is not guess who. Sorry that would happen, was a little accident, but it doesn't really matter because you got vacation, but then I have a new result. We didn't read it out, he was still alive. When he checked his room, found him lying dead on the bed, and when I found out it really broke my head, I had doubt. I had so much doubt. This is the sadness, which rhymes with madness, because my life is madness. This is the second death of them all. This one I find it about the halls. Wait till you hear about it. And I've had so many deaths, it kinda gets me very upset. But wait a minute, don't you fret, cause there will be more A.M Yet. Yeah, there will be more A.M Yet. There will be more A.M Yet. Oh, why you have to go? When I found out I fell face first into the snow. Oh, why you have to go? When I found out I fell face first into the snow. Life is madness. This is the second death of them all. This one I found out about the halls. Wait a minute, don't you fret, cause there won't be more A.M Yet. Alright, so now it's time for me to show how all the creative ideas I have, but my inability to actually be able to do them because of this. So what I imagine personally me performing more A.M Yet on was being on like a balcony over here with the crowd, and then right when I say there'll be more A.M Yet, I jump down and I fly over the crowd and I'm like, oh, see there I am, I'm over there and I'm over there, and I land on the stage. I have seen great sadness all of my life, but this is it. You have heard me now, just from a harmless joke. They will try to see me cry, many times nothing will ever stop. Nothing will ever change. Chaos erupting, so we gotta do, I gotta get away. I can't stay too big of a sinner to pray. I didn't use you, I didn't abuse you, but now you're making me pay for nothing. Are you forgetting all the times that I saw you watching, all the times you were holding my eyes suddenly unloving? Keep on my jokes are harsh. This whole thing was a big farce. I don't get why you're so sensitive. It's something that isn't comprehensive. I just wanna love you, I just wanna hug you, but it's hard to do that when I put myself above you. I have seen great sadness all my life, but this is it. You will never be now, just from a harmless joke. They will try to try, make me die, but nothing will ever stop. Nothing will chaos erupting here. So I think I figured out that we are done. You are no one, I just wanna see the sun. But the wish has just begun, but this is just it. 48 days later and now you quit. I wish you had some holograms, I wish you had a hollow man. I wish you had a collar man, I wish I could holler, then I'm a complete baller man. What's that? You want me back? No man, no service, my mind's under attack. We are done, you are out of my life. You destroyed, there's no chance you'll be in my life. Why don't you just suck it? Maybe you should kick the bucket. And then
Just
one more
don't
thing.
maybe she'll forgive you, you can still get that good stuff too. But she hurt him, he should never go back. But she's nothing, he's a famous YouTuber, awesome man. Just kidding, that's enough. On with life, on with stuff.
Stop the voices, I can make my own decision. I have to make a stand, I can't simply give in. I have seen great sadness on my life, but this is it. You ever be now, just for a harmless joke. They will try to see me cry. Make me die, nothing will ever stop. Nothing will ever change. The chaos erupting here. Stand my heart and it fell apart. You stole it from me, but now I guess I can have it back. I'm sorry I haven't let you in, but now I'm slamming the door in your face. The night that we separated, I got a text from who? It was a text from you, asking me if I would like back the necklace that I gave you that hurt me. I couldn't save you. Don't ever think the bad part is done, because the worst of your life could be yet to come. But don't ever take for granted the beauty of someone, because life is special, they could be gone in an instant. This is my witness. Why do you have to be so cold as the winter breeze? But there is something I haven't told you, classified as ignorant. Okay, maybe that's emotionally abusive, socially intrusive. This relationship is conclusive. What I could do for one more chance to fall in the hell of romance. Hey, don't ever think the bad part is done, because the worst of your life yet to come. But don't ever take for granted the beauty of someone, because life is special, they can be gone and sent. This is my witness. Some people wanted me to redo this verse. Some say life only gets worse. Am I the first to say that I am the best and that they are the best? I actually make music metaphorically, historically. I will try to check the consistency of mine. To attempt many times to confess to my major crimes. But what's going on in the world is like a new revelation, a new declaration, big sanitation, palliative, they need medication. Why do I need someone to parole me? I should make my own decisions with the opportunities I'm given to, the choices I'm living and having fun forbidden. Why do activists always have to have an active list? So why is classes missing, activists facts exist? That's why I'm starting with a do finish and telling you what a do witness. Yeah, this verse isn't fast, the first isn't last. I try to do my best, but even now I am harassed in everything that I'm trying and all that I'm trying to get some information about my personalization and prescribing due to medication. People crazy into vaccination, but all I see now is a horror nation about a reported population disorder, accuracy, supported administration, and I don't know what else to say except be prepared for the day. But I come back better and bigger, let it get spread together, whatever the weather, you know what they say, birds of a feather flock together. As I burn in my leather and turn to my successor and facing an immense pressure. It's only human to feel this bad, only human that I feel this as somebody took my creative mind and shook a vegetable find this verse is half-assed. I'm just doing it to feel the lyrical gap fast. Now this chorus is all sorry. Don't ever think the bad part is gone, because the worst of your life could be yet to come. Oh, but don't ever take for granted the beauty of someone, because life is special, they could be gone and instead. So I guess this is the part where I'm doing motivational speech. And you ain't wrong. Not wrong at all. I could bet that a lot of people here watching this have lost a loved one, or maybe two, or maybe three, or maybe more. And if you haven't, you're very fortunate. I'm assuming most people have. And what's like one of the first things you think of when they die? And I would guess that it would be something like, oh man, I wish I could have spent more time with them. And you're not alone. A lot of people think that. That's the bargaining stage of grief. And what my challenge to you all is to spend as much time with your loved ones as you can, because you never know when they could be gone. And I think that is important. And I think you should, everybody here should take the time to get to know somebody who they don't already know. Maybe there's that one weird guy at work, or that one weird kid who sits by himself at school. And I challenge you to be a friend with that person, because maybe they're just shy, and maybe under that emotionless face of his or hers, they are the best person ever. They're just the greatest personality. Maybe you can bring that out in somebody. Maybe you can bring out the good in somebody. And maybe you can be friends with them. You know, be friends with people you don't know. Because you know, you never know when they might go, when you know their last day might be. And every opportunity you don't take is an opportunity missed, where a lifetime of fortunes could have happened. Every opportunity you miss could have been a life, a future of possibilities down the drain. And I'm not talking about just friends anymore. I'm talking about anything. If you want to be a DJ, maybe DJing at a certain event, it's the butterfly effect, man. That one thing could have affected, you know, so many things. I think about that all the time. Where would I be now if I wasn't doing YouTube? Wouldn't say a YouTuber because I'm not a professional YouTuber who makes money, but where would I be if I wasn't writing music and wasn't making YouTube? Well, to be honest, I don't know. I would be somewhere doing something where I will be putting my creativity to use. Maybe I'll be, you know, coming up with ideas at a company. Maybe I'll be coming up with ideas for a corporation. Wherever I will be, whatever I will do, I will create. Because that's what I strive for. And if I don't strive for what I want to, then I die. And that's not just me personally, that's anybody. If they don't achieve what they strive for, then that's their own cognition that's gone. And once your cognition is gone, and once your desires are not fulfilled, there's no reason to be alive anymore. Basically. You know, everybody has their own bubble. I have my own bubble. You have your own bubble. Your mom has your own bubble. Her own bubble. Sorry. Your dad has his own bubble. Your weird cousin Al has his own bubble. Where am I going with this? When people get pissed off at you and they yell at you or say mean things to you, have you ever thought maybe it's not you, maybe it's them and their bubble? Now, you cannot change somebody's bubble. You cannot change somebody's mindset. You can try, but chances are, if they're really fixated, you won't be able to change their mindset. But what you can do is change your own mindset and be more open to possibilities, right? More open to other people. You know, this is this whole thing about being open to opportunities and possibilities. I wouldn't, you know, you should never let a single possibility or a single opportunity pass you by, because like I say, you know, every opportunity you miss is a great possibility that could have set your life up down the right path, and you missed it, you know. And the same can be said for mistakes, you know. All the mistakes I've made, all the dumb shit I've done. But, you know, I think you learn from them. And I think it's just human nature that we can't live without mistakes. We can't live without, we can't live without mistakes. We can't live without doing wrong things. You know, way back to biblical times. Eve eating the apple in the garden. That was a huge mistake, obviously. So we can tell from the beginning of time that people have always made mistakes, and people will always continue to make mistakes. So don't just let your mistakes break you down. Don't let your mistakes define you, but instead just say, yeah, I did that. I'm proud of that. And move on. And be stronger. Because that's the only thing a mistake can do, is build you up and make you stronger. Don't ever. I don't care what happens to me. I'm kidding. I do. I'm asking asking everybody who's watching this, promise me you never miss an opportunity. Because if you do, who knows where you could be. If you would have taken that opportunity, who knows where you would be. Never let an opportunity pass you by. because it could be the opportunity that sets you down the right path. Don't ever think the bad part is done, because the worst of your life could be yet to come. But don't ever take for granted the beauty of someone, because life is special, they could be gone in an instant. Rapture. The second coming of Jesus Christ. We don't know when or how it will happen, but it will happen when no other options are given, and all hope is lost. I know the words. Go to sleep, because I know the light in the night sky will not last forever. Ooh. Let's go. Trying to find a difference between the night and day, trying to find a daily takeaway. Night and day aren't too different for me. Why? Because it's dark, you will soon see. Looking up in the air, many birds up there just flying away without a care. I get lost in my own ambition, I can feel my own ammunition, but I am on a mission as I make my final decision. Is my gravestone written like you could have fit in? There's blood on my hand like I'm wearing a red mitten. I'm on the verge of tears like you could ever hear. I'm crying, thinking the end must be near. But until that time, my fame comes to fruition, I think I just chill out and try to pay up my college tuition. I hope I'm not the only one that feels regret every time I go to sleep, because I know the light in the night sky will not last forever. I don't think that you know what I have been through. I am not bulletproof, I got nothing to lose. I feels like I'm on a wild goose chase with my face ripped off. Nothing matters cause I was wearing a mask. Now my face is revealed, that happened real fast. So let that they strive for. That's how the human race made us thrive for so many years. And there been so many tears for preventing all of those fears. I understand that I'm trying to be on the rise. No one on my side as I try to demilitarize. No, I'm not watching worthless videos. I'm writing songs trying to be famous, you know how the really goes. All the places I would go if I ever went on tour. I'd maybe even want to go to Kuala Lumpur. All the creative ideas up in my head, but I can't express them. Too bad, looks like I have to end up on my boom and have depression. I hope I'm not the only one that feels regret every time I go to sleep. Because I know the light in the night sky will not last forever. I hope I'm not the only one that feels regret every time I go to sleep. Because I know the light in the night sky will not last forever. Ooh. We're about to do the song that everyone knows. Y'all ready for this? To witness this shit? This is my life. Welcome to my life. Enjoy your stay here. Welcome to my life. Yo, welcome to house. Cause I know you did it better. The walls awake, there ain't no wells and hells. Because hell's is on fire. Fire, so I wish you wells. Old people that always fells through hells where there are no wells. And even take a bells now closing down. Cause I need to get it just on time. Ain't my wells? No, cause I just fails. What is that I smells? Cause everybody yells. This is my life. Welcome to my life. Enjoy your stay here. Welcome to my life. This is my life. Welcome to my life. Enjoy your stay here. Welcome to my life. And oh, this is my life. Oh, this is my life. Oh, this is my life. 0 months born. One of my parents began to get divorced because of the force, and there was no remorse. All my life as a course. Me and my family, we always fight. Getting me nervous, oh, slight. But for sure it is not a delight. Fight all day and all day and all night. One of my uncles is a different story. Oofed up himself in his territory. Sad day in the laboratory. No thoughts even towards me. This is my life. Welcome to my life. Enjoy and stay here. Welcome to my life. Oh, this is my life. Welcome to my life. Enjoy and stay here. Welcome to my life. Oh, this is 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 my life. Welcome to my life. Welcome to my life. Welcome to my life. Welcome to my life. This is my life. Yeah. Welcome to my life. This is my life. Welcome to my life. Enjoy your stay here. Welcome to my life. This is my life. Welcome to my life. Enjoy your stay here. Welcome to my life. Stars, you were my angel. You always took care of me when I was sick. Too bad I was a bitch. I did not recognize how much you had an impact. And I know that I was blind. Well, I know how that story goes. You're the only one that knows me best. I'm sorry for sometimes being a jerk. You do the hardest work, and I did not recognize you helped me so much. I'm sorry. You brought me in and gave me life to live. And sometimes I do not listen, but you still are the best. Oh yes. You are my everything. I would give it all for you. You know it's true. When I had the flu, you took care of me. When you had it, you took care of you. But I know how that story goes, and you're the only one that knows me best. I'm sorry for sometimes being a jerk, for sometimes being a jerk. You do the hardest work, and I did not recognize you helped me so much. But you brought me in and gave me life to live. Yeah, you brought me in and gave me life just to live. So, as we near the end of the show, I want everybody to just take in the moment of this. I've been performing my heart out for the past almost 2 hours. It's been great. This is the stuff I love doing. This is the stuff I will continue to do because I love doing it. You know, when I see bands like 21 Pilots and other people, I never really think at the time I'd ever taken. Like, oh my god, this is 21 Pilots in the same building as me, so taken that I'm not in the same building as you, but at least I'm in the live stream and I'm acknowledging that you're there. Because I know that you're there. And I love you guys so very much. Everybody has a story, you know how it goes. They all have a damsel in distress and the hero who knows how to save the day. But I want it my way, I'm pretty sure everyone wants it their way. There is no hero for me to save my day. The story is not a happy ending, you will soon see indeed. But you know what I need, someone who will help me when I'm in need. This is my story, and it really doesn't bore me, and I hope it doesn't bore you. I thought this through. This is my story, and I know it doesn't bore me, and I hope it doesn't bore you. I thought this through. I hope listening to my story goes up like 14 stories. So let's make the end go up, cause this isn't enough. Take me away with your handcuffs, I'm the villain in the story, and like Toy Story, and I'm up in the ante a little bit, and I'm picking the speed up a little bit. Don't you adore a little bit? This is my story, and it really doesn't bore me, and I hope it doesn't bore you. I thought this through. This is my story, and I know it doesn't bore me. I hope it doesn't bore you. I thought this through and 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 through. Make that beat drop. Okay, I feel for you, I see you. Now I feel for me and not you. Cause you see too, can I go through? But if you wanna be me, you will soon see. That is not a very pleasant and fortunate opportunity. You will see it's not pleasant at all. And I am like having a ball, cause I knew I blew to the ball. No meaning to it at all. Just because I'm living under the that I'm psychotic, I need antibiotics. Always going the right direction, I'm getting an infection. I know I'm boring, just go back to the chorus, cause I know there's a lot to do. This is my story, and it really doesn't bore me, and I hope it doesn't bore you. I thought this through and through. This is my story, and I know it doesn't bore me, I hope it doesn't bore you. I thought this through and through. How are we doing? Did we like the show? Did we like the concert? What do you think? I would love to do something like this again. In fact, I probably will do something like this again in a couple years. Maybe not next summer, but in a few summers. This is my story, and it really doesn't bore me, and I hope it doesn't bore you. I thought this through and through. This is my story, and I know it doesn't bore me, and I hope it doesn't bore you. I thought this through and through. Internet, thank you so much. Good night. song. The grand finale, if you will. Before I get this kicked off, I want to thank everybody who is watching this and everybody who attended and everybody who took some part in this. Thank you seriously from the bottom of my heart so much. It means the world that you would that you would watch a little guy like me perform for a little bit over 2 hours actually by now, I think. So it really means a lot to me. Thank you. Trying to find myself is so hard. It's like I'm in a maze, I'm amazed at myself. And when I go, all I need to know is that I've left behind a legacy. I begin to understand why we are humans made to die. I've got a question for you. Is what you see on the wall really true? Looking up at the night sky and I'm like, why? It seems so infinite after my relationship was intimate. But I guess it's over and that's legitimate. Are you getting this? I never forget the text that you sent me. It went like, you asked if I was okay. I said no, and that you were acting cocky. She says miss wishes and then just blocks me. It's 2 a.m. and I cannot sleep. This comic business appointed me come. She perfect for her phone. The TV remarks with Steve. Then a little peeper of you comes in my mind saying, don't worry, I am doing just fine. We can still be friends. I've known you since like age freaking 9. Then I thought, best assured. She was best assured. Thank you for all the things we got to do. But when one door closes, another one opens. It's time to move on to someone new. I began to understand why we are humans made to die. I have got a question for you. Is what you see on the wall really true? Please don't let my soul die in the fire of desire. Please don't let my soul die in the fire of desire. I began to understand why we are humans made to die. I have got a question for you. Is what you see on the wall really true? Thank you guys so much for showing up to this one for me. And even if you didn't, if you're watching it later, thank you so much. Your support really helps. I am Alex McTowell, DJ, also known as DJ McTowell, but my also known as AwsomeMan224 or AwsomeMan224 by my name.